Alright, welcome back to the second half of tonight's Rwl Sn Rl from Mobile, Alabama. Wally, Johnny, and Tex here with an exciting second half, including not one, but two ladies tag matches, a Legends Division Champions duel. And in the main event, Snarl TV champ Tiber Valescu defends the title from Ethan Ballack.
And what lineups in those matches? Roddy Piper and Kurt Angle, Team Brooklyn, the Texan Ladies Association, the Future Endeavor, and American Powers. Sounds to me like a can't-miss second half. Definitely some seriously good matchups ahead in the second hour.
Well, I know you're not lying, GB. But let's get that second half underway without delay, if you please. Alright, well, big doings in this ladies' tag. American Powers, Patty Powers and Liberty Belle Danielle getting a crack at the Future Endeavored in the form of Carmella and Blair Davenport with an injured Dakota Kai on the outside.
The following non-title tag team contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Dakota Kai, the team of Blair Davenport and Carmella, the Future Endeavor. Blair Davenport and Carmella taking front and center against American Powers, while Dakota Kai continues to recover from her steel cage match with Jody Dvorak. While American Powers is fine with facing these two, they both really want to get their hands on Dakota Kai, but now have to wait till she's cleared to compete again. Their opponents, they are RWL Triple Crown champions and the reigning RWL Women's World Tag Team champions, Patty Powers and Liberty Belle Danielle. American Powers.
Still, no matter what, this is gonna be a hot one, because the only reason the Future Endeavored are even here is because of budgetary decisions. They are both very capable wrestlers. Patty and Danielle are back to riding high again, since regaining the Women's World Tag titles back from Angels of Anarchy. And this should probably be just a tune-up for both Patty and Danielle, now that most of their title defenses are out of the way for the moment, and boy, they've been waiting for this one.
They really want to get their hands on Dakota Kai, but now they've got to wait thanks to Jody Dvorak. So, Carmella and Blair Davenport are just going to have to do. Alright, it's going to be Blair Davenport and Powerhouse Patty initiating contact in this one. The referee rings the bell, they come center ring, they lock up. Patty shoves Blair Davenport down. Patty Powers rounds up Blair Davenport, has her up for the powerbomb and nails it right away. Well now, Blair Davenport shoves her away, counters, gets back up. Here comes Carmella on the tag. That was quick. Oh, Patty Powers catches a kick to the midsection. Patty with a double axe handle takes Carmella down. Gathers her back up again. Hard clothesline to Carmella. Patty drives a knee into the head of Carmella. Steps out. Here comes Liberty Belle Danielle. Alright, here we go. Danielle Heathcote swings and misses with the clothesline. Perhaps a little too enthusiastic. Carmella whips her to the ropes. Drop toe hold takes her down. Oh, look at this. Impromptu shiatsu from Carmella. How rude. Danielle misses with the grapple on that one. Carmella whips her to the far corner. A chop across the chest. Look at this. A head scissor from the top turn. Oh, man. Oh, well now. That was definitely rude. Danielle laid out near the far corner. Carmella with a disrespectful slap. Well, that's not going to run very long. A kick to the head from Danielle Heathcote. Danielle caught from behind by Carmella. Hard shot to the back. Whipped back into the far corner a second time. Danielle counters with an elbow. Says, I've had enough of that. Carmella locks her up. Goes behind. Drops her head first to the canvas. Driving elbows into the shoulders. Liberty Belle Danielle. Carmella quickly scrambles for a cover one, but not good enough. Way too early. Carmella rounds up Liberty Belle Danielle. Locks her up. Danielle countering with elbows. Danielle moves in with a kick. Locks up Carmella. Hard whip to the ropes and a spinning kick that didn't quite find the mark. Carmella counters, slams her face first into the mat. Carmella with a kick to the back of Danielle. And now, driving a knee into the elbow of Danielle Heathcote. She steps out. Here comes Blair Davenport and her Cruella de Vil hair. Running spear from Danielle. Takes Blair Davenport down. Danielle locks her up again. Flips her and drives a knee right into her face. Shoves her down to the canvas. I guess that's the parting shot. Here comes Patty Powers on the tag. Blair Davenport locks up. Whips Patty to the ropes. A shoulder tackle. Takes Powerhouse Patty down. There's a kick from Blair Davenport. Here comes Carmella on the tag. Whoa, catches the shoulder before she can even get in the ring. Man, Powerhouse Patty goes after Blair Davenport too. Drags her in, draped over the top rope, clubbing overhand right. Patty Powers steps out. Here comes Danielle Heathcote again. Carmella standing center ring waiting for her. They lock it up. Danielle whips Carmella to the ropes. Gathers her up. Beautiful suplex. And Liberty Bell Danielle. That's it. Here comes Patty Powers again. They are literally taking turns move for move here. Patty Powers rounds up Carmella. Front cradle. Front slam from Powerhouse Patty. Covers and hooks the leg. One, but just a one. Carmella jumping out of the pin. Patty Powers tags in Liberty Bell Danielle. They are just having themselves a good time, Kick to the midsection from Carmella. They lock up. Danielle counters with a kick. Takes down Carmella. Raining shots on her head. And into a Fujiwara armbar. Liberty Bell Danielle. And all them submission moves. Carmella counters. Tags her with a couple of rights and gets out of the hold. Both ladies back to their feet now. They lock up. Liberty Bell puts Carmella up against the ropes near her side. Whips Carmella to the ropes, misses with the grapple, misses with a second. Decides for a kick to the midsection and a running clothesline. And with that, she tags out. Here comes Patty Powers and here comes Blair Davenport. Everybody's all tagged out. Patty with a running crossbody takes Blair Davenport down. Catches a shot to the midsection from Blair Davenport. Swings and misses, does Patty. Davenport catches elbows from Patty. Patty Powers with a hard right stuns Blair Davenport. Davenport counters with a kick. Makes herself up to the top rope. Whoa! Well, she totally missed that high-risk maneuver. That was not a good one. She tags out. Here comes Carmella. Patty decides against the high-risk maneuver. Tags Carmella with a right. Catches a hip toss instead. Carmella with a stomp to the midsection of Patty Powers. And Patty on the canvas and on the wrong side of town. Near the Future Endeavor's corner. Here's a stomp to the back from Carmella. Carmella drives a knee into the arm of Patty Powers. Patty goes after Blair Davenport, tags her with a kick. And there's that beautiful flipping slam. He just bent her like a bow. Patty Powers saying, I got the knowledge, baby. Oh, man. Shooting dirty looks at Carmella. Blair Davenport is laid the hell out. Carmella, with a series of shots and a kick, takes Patty down to her knees, and there's a super kick right to the face. Carmella on her own till Blair Davenport gets back to her corner. Patty Powers with a hip toss. Patty drives an elbow into the chest of Carmella. And now beating her head against the canvas like a drum. Patty misses with that running crossbody. Carmella counters, tags Patty with a shot. Whips Patty to the ropes. Tags her with an elbow, charges, and look at this. Whoa, man, what a beautiful whirlwind run. Gotta give him credit. That was actually very cool. Here comes Blair Davenport on the tag. However, it was not cool for Patty Powers, who just took a hellified ride at the hands of Carmella. Blair Davenport whips Patty to the corner. Davenport rounds Patty up. Patty goes behind, counters, neckbreaker to Blair Davenport. Patty Powers covers. One. Only just a one. Blair Davenport finds her way out of trouble. Patty rounds her up, swings and misses with the chop. Blair Davenport with a kick to the midsection. Spinning neckbreaker to Patty. Patty quickly back up on her feet, though, locks up with Blair Davenport. Blair Davenport slams her head down to the canvas. Dakota Kai enjoying the whole show so far. Patty Powers slams Blair Davenport's head to the canvas, and that was the parting shot. Here comes Liberty Belle Danielle on the tag. Blair Davenport stands center ring waiting for her. Whoa! A kick so fast I didn't even see it. Down went Danielle. Blair Davenport whips her to the ropes, makes the duck under, makes the leapfrog, and I guess it's a Lutez press, but beating Danielle's head against the canvas instead of punching it. Huh. That was different. Blair Davenport has Danielle. Oh, man, no, come on. Stomping the hands and fingers of Liberty Belle Danielle. Well, the future endeavored aren't above some dirty tricks. Here comes Carmella on the tag. Danielle Heathcote locks up with her. Whips her to the far corner. Here comes Liberty Belle Danielle. Yanking the arm of Carmella against the ropes. Carmella introduced head first into the turnbuckle. Danielle gathers her up and does it again. All right, well now. Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote. Well, man, come on now. 3 in a row. I think that's enough now. Liberty Belle Danielle back to yanking the arm of Carmella against the rope. Carmella counters and finally escapes that corner. Locks up with Danielle. Escorts her to her team's corner. Head first into the buckle goes Danielle Heathcote. Here comes Blair Davenport, and here comes a double team from the future endeavor. Danielle whipped to the ropes. Double flying elbows. Blair Davenport goes after Patty, but Patty was ready for her. Out to the floor rolls Danielle. Carmella happy to round her up. Beautiful flying shot through the ropes from Blair Davenport on Patty Powers on the other side of the ring. Carmella back at her corner. Patty back at her corner. The referee counting Liberty Belle Danielle. Blair Davenport and Danielle back in the ring again. They lock up. Davenport whip to the far corner. Blair Davenport rounded up by Liberty Belle. Scoop slam. Danielle rounds her up again. Takes her down to the mat, and there's a crossface. There's a possible submission. Referee checking things out. Danielle catches a kick from the back from Carmella, and she just paid for it. She just got introduced to the outside by Liberty Belle Danielle. Danielle rolling Blair Davenport over. 1, 2. Oh, well, I'm sure she was hoping the damage was done, but no, Blair Davenport still in the game. Liberty Belle Danielle stalking Blair Davenport here. Oh, wow, okay. Here's a counter from Blair Davenport. Locks up Danielle. Danielle counters with a kick, locks up. Blair Davenport, flapjack face first into the corner. Here comes Patty Powers again. Blair Davenport laid out near the far corner. Here comes Powerhouse Patty. Davenport rolls out, goes after Danielle, has her up. Power slam of sorts. Carmella stalling Patty Powers as Blair Davenport returns to the ring. Another beautiful flying kick from Blair Davenport takes Patty down. Patty back up on her feet, catches a kick to the midsection, and a neckbreaker from Blair Davenport. Patty rolls out. Liberty Belle Danielle laid out, and whoa, man! Patty Powers was showing off to the front row. Didn't see Blair Davenport coming. Human missile. Wow. Danielle Heathcote still laid out on the other side as Patty and Blair Davenport return to the ring. Patty locks her up. Here's a kick to the midsection. Powerhouse Patty. There it is. That spinning slam. And she just bent like a bow. Blair Davenport caught 2 of those. One on the inside and one on the outside. She's got to be feeling that by now. Patty with a kick to the midsection. A hard right. An elbow to the face. Locks up Blair Davenport. Hard whips her to the far corner, running splash, and down goes Blair Davenport. Here comes Liberty Belle Danielle Heathcote, and what a match we have had here so far. We're more than halfway through this time limit, and still no sign of a pin or a tap out. Danielle Heathcote rounds up, sidewalk slam to Blair Davenport. Davenport gathered up again. Liberty Belle Danielle escorting her to the American Powers corner, head first into the turnbuckle. Blair Davenport counters with an elbow, tags Danielle with a right, locks her up, catches a kick to the midsection from Danielle, and woohoo! Beautiful wheelbarrow move right there. Counter kick from Blair Davenport, and a hard forearm takes Danielle down. Looks like Blair Davenport's had enough of Danielle. Here comes Carmella. Danielle waiting for her. Whoa! Missed with the clothesline. Delivers the shot to the midsection to Danielle. They lock up. Danielle with a counter kick. Locks up Carmella. Carmella counters with elbows. Backs off Danielle. Oh, the clothesline takes Danielle Heathcote down to the mat. Carmella rounds Danielle back up. Escorts her to the future Endeavor's corner. Head first into the turnbuckle she goes. And here comes Blair Davenport on the tag. Here comes another double team. Another set of flying elbows to Danielle Heathcote. Patty Powers taken down by Blair Davenport. Davenport goes through the ropes but doesn't connect that time. Danielle Heathcote trying to help her up with stomps to the face. How many boots was that? Danielle paying back the favor, stomping the hands and fingers of Blair Davenport. Patty Powers is laid out. Oh, this match has been intense. Danielle makes her way back into the ring. Rolls over. Blair Davenport covers, but Carmella right there before even the count of one. Danielle and Blair Davenport both roll to the outside. Carmella caught up by Danielle, catches an eat defeat from Danielle. Davenport rolls back into the ring. Look at this. Danielle Heathcote might be debating whether to go after Carmella again, but no, changes her mind, takes the long way home. Blair Davenport going after Patty Powers. Danielle's not going to like that one bit. Misses with the wheelbarrow. Catches a right from Blair Davenport. Davenport whips Danielle to her team's corner, but Carmella is not there. Blair Davenport having to do things on her own here. Off the middle rope, a flying kick right to the head of Danielle Heathcote. Danielle trying to make it to her team's corner, but no good. Blair Davenport right there to prevent. Has her up and slams her down on a modified Michinoku driver. Blair Davenport covers. 1, 2. But no. Danielle getting the right shoulder up just in time. Another near fall in this wild match. Man, unbelievable. We're almost 3/4 of the way through this one. Oh, damn, no. A curb stomp to the head of Danielle Heathcote. Danielle slowly making her way back to her feet. Blair Davenport rounds her up. And there's that modified Michinoku driver again. Davenport covers. 1, but Patty Powers right there to break it up at the count of 1. Blair Davenport currently in control of things as she makes her way to the top turnbuckle. Liberty Bell Danielle's laid out. No! Fails to connect with the knee and must have hurt herself pretty good. Danielle back up on her feet. Goes after Blair Davenport. Escorts her to the American Powers corner. Head first into the buckle she goes. Patty tagged in. Here's the double team from American Powers. Look at this, a combination clothesline Russian leg sweep. Nice tandem work from American Powers as Patty assumes control of this match. She charges, takes down Carmella. Referee counting. Blair Davenport. Patty rolls to the outside. The count restarts again. Davenport with an elbow. Patty locks her up. Has her all the way up for the suplex, but Blair Davenport counters with a jumping neckbreaker. Takes Patty down to the floor. Carmella is still laid out. This match, insane. When's it gonna end? Blair Davenport doing a little showboating here. Locks up Patty Powers. There's a nice Hurricane Rana. Patty quickly trying to make her way back to her feet. Carmella right there. A hard right, a kick to the midsection, a series of kicks. Davenport with another DDT. Right on the top of Patty Powers' head. Oh man, she was stunned on that one. Blair Davenport on the top, off the top, and there's a knee right to the chest of Patty Powers, struggling back to her feet as Carmella comes in on the tag. Patty Powers back up, moves in, catches a kick from Carmella. There's a face buster. Oh man, here's a cover. 1, 2, another near fall. With less than 5 minutes to go in this matchup, Carmella stalking Patty Powers. What a ride this match has been. Super kick. Takes Patty down. Carmella covers. Danielle Heathcote breaks it up before even the count of 1. Carmella Catches a jawjacker from Patty Powers. Patty locks her up. Kick to the midsection from Patty. She's setting it up. There it is. There's the spinning slam again and just bent Carmella like a bow. Carmella rolls out to the outside. Patty Powers charges through the ropes. Big time. Human missile. Powerhouse Patty taking Carmella down again. Patty makes her way back into the ring. Turns her attention to Blair Davenport. Gets hung up on the ropes for her pains. Perhaps that was not a good idea. Patty doesn't seem to care. Catches another forearm from Blair Davenport. Perhaps is wisely backing off. Whoa! Patty misses with that human missile that time. Blair Davenport lucky to move out of the way. Carmella back on her feet and back onto it on the attack of Patty Powers. Carmella makes her way back inside. Goes after Danielle. Catches a knee. Patty back in the ring. Kick to the midsection from Carmella. Patty counters. Locks up Carmella. Whips her to the far corner. Here she comes. Big running splash. Takes Carmella down. Knocks the wind out of her. Up onto the middle rope. Here we go. Big time crossbody. Right across the chest of Carmella. Patty covers. Blair Davenport breaking it up again. Look at this. We got less than 2 minutes to go here, people. Danielle backs off of Blair Davenport. Patty stomps Carmella. Gathers Carmella up. Double axe handle. Grounds her back into the canvas again. This match absolutely insane. Less than a minute and a half here. Patty crashes and burns. Fails to connect with the splash. Carmella tags in Blair Davenport. Patty tags in Danielle Heathcote. Running spear from Liberty Bell. Shooting dirty looks at Dakota Kai. Davenport rounded up. Danielle takes her down. Classic wrestling takedown from Liberty Bell Danielle. Davenport back up on her feet against the ropes. Liberty Bell whips her to the ropes. Fails to connect with the grapple. They collide with no result. Look at this. Here we go. Danielle with the ankle lock. Tap or snap situation. Blair Davenport in big trouble. Carmella breaking up the submission here. Delivers a wicked kick to Liberty Bell. Stuns her for a moment. Blair Davenport still laid out. Danielle rounds her up. Takes her down. Back into the crossface again for Blair Davenport. The referee checking things out. It is too late. Blair Davenport has tapped out and American Powers has defeated the Future Endeavored by submission.
The time 19 minutes and 31 seconds. Your winners by submission, American Powers.
Guys, that was amazing. 24 seconds left on the timekeeper's clock. Liberty Bell Danielle managing to extract a submission from Blair Davenport to win this matchup against the Future Endeavored. What a matchup. Full props to the Future Endeavored. They gave it their best shot, but American Powers comes through this time. We'll be back with more RWL Sn Rl right after this.
Last week's Snarl main event between Kurt Angle and Roddy Piper was a game changer, with Kurt Angle relieving the hot Scott of the Legends U.S. Championship.
Roddy Piper doesn't take control. Look at this. Look at that suplex. The trap suplex from Kurt Angle. Angle rounds up Piper. Hot rod whipped to the far corner. Clothesline takes Piper down to the canvas. Kurt Angle drags him center ring. Turns him over. Here we go. He's got the ankle lock. He's got it in. Roddy Piper in big time trouble here. Roddy Piper fighting it, but fighting it as hard as he can. He's tapping, that's it. The referee's calling for the belt. Kurt Angle is the new RWL Legends Division U.S. Champion.
Your winner by submission, and the new Legends U.S. Champion, Kurt Angle.
Well, that was last week. This is this week. And Hot Rod, still the Legends World Champion, facing the new Legends United States Champion, Kurt Angle. And it's gotten personal.
This next non-title contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing Introducing first from Glasgow, Scotland, weighing 227 pounds, Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Hot Rod is, of course, furious at Kurt Angle taking the Legends US belt, and he wants a rematch. And while that's being hammered out, Piper comes back this week, just looking to take out a piece of the Olympic hero. After all, it's Kurt Angle that's come along and upset what's been an excellent streak for Hot Rod.
And it seems he was handling the responsibility of being a double champ just fine. And now Angle has taken that from him too, and everyone knows how vengeful and vindictive Roddy Piper can be.
Piper wants to fast-track the rematch between he and Angle, and the best way to make that happen would be with a win over the Legends US champion tonight. I'm sure Hot Rod's hoping he's still got some of that amazing luck stash someplace.
His opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 223 pounds. He's the reigning RWL Legends United States champion, Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle has his own story, of course, and that was he hasn't held a title since the light heavyweight belt last year, before losing it back to Sir Reggie Smythe. And now that he's yanked the Legends US belt away from Piper, he certainly won't be giving it up without an intense fight first. So Angle will do his best to score the win here, making Piper just plain look bad, and use it as an excuse to draw out the rematch process. Pretty wild circumstances given us this championship duel.
That's true, but you've got to admit, Johnny, in the time we've all been doing this every week, there's never been anything even close to a dull moment, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah, it has been anything but boring, that's for damn sure. Alright, gentlemen, let's see what we can see. Hot Rod looks primed. Kurt Angle looks primed. This is going to be good. Tom Canamora rings the bell, and here we go. They lock up center ring. Hot Rod shoves Kurt Angle straight down. They lock up again. Hot Rod goes behind, rear waist lock. Kurt Angle trying to find his way out, but no good. Piper takes him down into a headlock. Angle counters into a headlock of his own. Top wrist lock on Piper. Takes him down to the canvas. Oh, this one's getting started pretty good. Kick to the gut from Hot Rod. Misses with the clothesline. Kurt Angle uses the clothesline to take him out onto the floor. And they're starting the shenanigans early on the outside here as Tom Canamora starts ringing the bell. Oh, man. Hey, talk about ringing bells. There's a headbutt to the head of Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle. There's a nice suplex right there on Hot Rod. Piper counters with a forearm. Drop toe hold takes Kurt Angle down the floor. Piper rounds him up. Series of jabs. Piper drives Angle into the barricade. Piper countered by Kurt Angle. Tom Canamora trying to get these guys back in the ring. They're not even trying to hear him. Angle counters with a shot. Piper counters with a left. Hot Rod takes himself back inside. Here comes Kurt Angle right after him. Angle with a headbutt puts Piper up against the ropes. Lifts Hot Rod to the ropes, ducks under. Kitchen sink knee to the midsection of Roddy Piper. Angle puts Piper to the corner, drives a hard shoulder into the midsection, and another German release suplex to Hot Rod. Angle clubbing overhand right. Going for a cover. Just barely won. Angle misses with the kick. Piper goes behind. Angle counters. Goes behind. Piper counters and goes behind. Angle with a jawjacker backs Piper off. Couple of hard rights. A takedown. Followed up with a stomp to the midsection. A little bit of a gator roll here. Piper slammed down to the canvas. Kurt Angle with a kick to the midsection. Piper counters with a nasty elbow to the face. Angle whip to the far corner. Counters. Piper counters, takes him down to the mat. And now, Hot Rod with a single leg grab on Kurt Angle. He's struggling to make it to the ropes. Decides he's going to do it himself. And succeeds in doing it. An overhand right to Piper. Piper up against the ropes. Angle gives it a yank, and oh man, that was painful. Angle with a stomp in the midsection. And a rear chin lock on Hot Rod. Hot Rod finds his way out of that one. Angle has him up. Rib breaker. The Olympic hero rounds up Hot Rod. Hot Rod with a back body drop counter. Piper rounds him up. Angle quick with the counter kick to the leg. Turns Piper around. Side suplex. Roddy Piper caught that one. Kurt Angle. Starts trying to twist the head and shoulders off of Roddy Piper. Angle. Countered with another back body drop. The Hot Scott rounds him up. Hard whip to the far corner. Here comes Piper. Fails to connect. Kurt Angle. And with this, with that trap suplex on Hot Rod. Angle. Goes into a submission here. Kurt Angle. Got Piper. Piper's in trouble here. Wait a minute. No. Piper finds his way out. Hot Rod. Rounds up Angle. Nails him with a rib breaker. Gently steps over. Takes himself all the way up to the top turnbuckle. Angle. Gets himself standing up. Piper. Nails him with an elbow to the top of the head. Kurt Angle counters with a shoulder tackle. Angle rounds Piper up. Piper counters with a hard shot, puts Angle in the far corner again, and look at this. Oh, just blinding him with the ropes. Oh, well. Hot Rod is no saint. Angle counters with a shot to the midsection. Piper's got him up, scoop slams him right in the heart of the logo. Kurt Angle counters with a kick to the head, gets back up on his feet. Hot Rod's got him in a dragon sleeper. Shoves him away. Angle goes behind. Look at this. Here we go. He's going to go for the hat trick on the German suplexes, and there's 2 out of 3. And there's the third. The trifecta nailed by the Olympic hero, Kurt Angle. I said, whoo, that took a little bit out of me, huh? Angle drags Hot Rod towards center ring. Well, he's going to try for the ankle lock. Piper said, I'd rather not. There's a clothesline that takes Kurt Angle down. Angle rounded up to his feet, counters Piper with another kick to the leg. They tussle. Piper shoves him down towards the corner. Oh, here we go. Hot Rod with the sleeper, but no. Kurt Angle with the jawjacker, quickly escaping the sleeper hold, knowing he was in big trouble. There's a belly-to-belly suplex from Kurt Angle. Hot Rod laid out on the canvas, and Kurt Angle raining punches on the head of Hot Rod. We just busted him open, too. Kurt Angle with a headbutt. Right, and Piper counters with an elbow. Lines up Kurt Angle. Drop toe hold from Angle. Quick counter. Piper counters with a hard right. Angle puts him up, snap suplex, goes for a pin. 1, 2, no. Piper finds his way out. Okay. Kurt Angle with another plausible submission here. He's trying to squeeze the breath out of Hot Rod. Hot Rod with a couple of elbows to the side of the head disengages Kurt Angle. Gets himself back up to a standing position. Kurt Angle counters, clothesline, takes Piper down, followed up with a stomp. Piper sweeps the leg, takes him down. And starts to go to work on Kurt Angle again. Hot Rod rounds him up, whips him to the far corner. The Legends World Champion nails the Legends U.S. Champion with a bulldog. Piper covers. 1, 2, and shut up. Kurt Angle getting that left shoulder up just in time. Huh. I'm impressed. Piper stalking Kurt Angle again. And here we go for the second time around, going for the sleeper hold. Angle. Fading fast here. Tom Canamora just rang the bell. This one's all over. Hot Rod defeats Kurt Angle in the rubber match by submission.
The time, 7 minutes and 54 seconds. Your winner by submission, Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Hot Rod called this rematch a retaliatory strike, and the Legends World Champion has certainly lived up to the pledge. Piper, a bit busted up, but I'm sure the only thing he's feeling is a sense of satisfaction at having put Kurt Angle to sleep to get this win. Look at the smile at Angle, the smile that says, "See you next week, brother."
Hot Rod doesn't even mind shedding a little blood for the cause. I'm betting Kurt Angle is already plotting his revenge.
Feels like this duel between these two Legends Division champions may only just be getting started. There you go, Piper. Wins this rubber match by tap out, and we'll be back with the next match right after the break.
Well, it's going to be hard to top that last ladies tag, but we're doing back-to-backs tonight. Team Brooklyn, Brooklyn Von Braun and Josie Jane, facing some personal favorites of mine, Callie Parrish and Silver Bullet Jody Haller, the Texan Ladies Association.
This next ladies tag team match is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, the team of Brooklyn Von Braun and Josie Jane, Team Brooklyn.
It was a rough go for Team Brooklyn at the recent Ladies Night card, as despite performing well, Brooklyn and Josie still dropped their match with Ivory and Jacqueline. So the ladies of the Riley Flash Wrestling Academy come into tonight, hungry for a win over the Texan ladies.
Team Brooklyn did compete at a very high level last time out, and I don't see any reason they won't do the same against Callie Parrish and Jody Haller. But you don't take Albert Einstein to figure who Tex here is rooting for. Their opponents accompanied by Jay Frontino, Callie Parrish, and Silver Bullet Jody Haller, the Texan Ladies Association.
I guess we've been hanging out so long you guys can see right through me, huh? Well, the Texan Ladies Association, Callie Parrish, and the Silver Bullet Jody Haller, under the management and guidance of my buddy MJ Ferrantino, they have not done too badly for themselves, the former Women's World Tag Team Champions. And they're looking to get there again sometime, but American Powers is at the top of the heap right now, so things don't look really too good in that direction.
Is that why Ferrantino is putting out feelers to American Powers, though?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I know you said it's their business and all, and I am not trying to spy for Sylvia. I swear. I'm just curious about the mechanics of it all. Purely objective.
Let's discuss it during the break, GB. I have business to attend to, if you don't mind. There's your bell. Brooklyn and Callie Parrish squaring off center ring. They lock up. Brooklyn pushes Callie into her own corner. Tom Canamora going to have to get there, break it up. If we get a clean break here, yes we do. All right. They lock up again. Brooklyn Von Braun. With Callie Parrish up against the ropes again. Tom Canamora has to intervene. Well, there's a couple of forearms from Brooklyn Von Braun. Callie Parrish catches a snap suplex from Brooklyn. Brooklyn Von Braun gathers up Callie. Whoa! Countered into a nasty DDT. Callie Parrish putting the big surprise on Brooklyn Von Braun. Drags her to her team's corner. Here comes the Silver Bullet, Jody Haller. Jody countered by Brooklyn Von Braun with a forearm. Brooklyn whipped to the corner and rebounded out. Jody Haller surprised by Brooklyn. Here's a roll-up pin and a 2 count. Well, now, this one's going to be a ride, too. A lot of ladies tag action here. Another pin attempt by Brooklyn Von Braun. That's 2 back-to-back pin attempts. And here's a third. She ain't even playing. Here's a bridge. 1. Jody Haller able to break all 3 of those pins. Counters with an elbow. Whips Brooklyn Von Braun to her team's corner. Brooklyn Von Braun counters out with a kick. Jody counters with an elbow. Rounds up. Brooklyn Von Brown. Head first into the corner. Brooklyn counters, gets out. Puts Jody in the same spot. Counter whips her. Oh, Tom Canamora escaping another accident there. Jody Haller counters out of the corner, turns Brooklyn Von Brown around, and counter whips her back to the Texan ladies corner. And here comes Callie Parrish on the tag. Little double team coming up. Drop toe hold and an elbow as Callie Parrish takes over for the Texan ladies. TLA currently in control of Team Brooklyn. Brooklyn Von Brown catches a stomp to the head. Callie Parrish with a flip over neck whip. Brooklyn Von Brown, motionless, catches a kick to the leg. No, he just sprung to life, countered and escaped, got up to a standing position again, rounds up Callie Parrish. Parrish with the Team Brooklyn's corner. Just steps her way on out. Counter whips Brooklyn back to her team's corner. Here's a beautiful monkey toss from Callie Parrish. Nicely done. Both teams really talented, technically gifted. Brooklyn whipped to the corner again. Callie Parrish misses with the driving knees. Brooklyn Von Brown trying to escort Callie Parrish to her corner, but Callie would rather not go. Says so with elbows. A chop across the chest, a kick to the side of the head. Look at this. Callie Parrish with a side suplex on Brooklyn Von Brown. MJ Ferrantino just loving it all. Callie Parrish with a crossbody and a pin. One. Just a one. Hell, just oozing confidence. The Texan Ladies Association not looking too shabby this evening. A forearm. Callie slams Brooklyn Von Brown's head down to the canvas. Rounds her up again. And a snap suplex from Callie. Brooklyn trying to make it to her corner to tag Josie James, but no pass so far. Callie Parrish delivers another series of moves. Brooklyn Von Brown catches the belly-to-belly suplex from Callie Parrish. Oh, man, the Texan ladies are hot tonight. Brooklyn Von Brown sweeps the leg, takes down Callie Parrish. A little bit of showboating for the fans to indicate that she's okay. Here's a kick to the head. Callie Parrish back up on her feet. Another beautiful crossbody from Callie Parrish. Callie rounds up Brooklyn Von Brown. Basement drop kick to the knee. Okay. Brooklyn Von Brown getting her head dribbled like a basketball. Callie Parrish wearing herself out. Wearing out Brooklyn Von Brown. Stalking Brooklyn Von Brown right now. Winds up the arm. Brooklyn counters with a forearm. Gets out of danger there. Into a dragon sweeper from Callie. Callie takes her back to the Texan ladies' corner. Head first into the turnbuckle goes Brooklyn. Brooklyn counters and escapes the corner. Callie counters with an elbow. Kick to the midsection to Brooklyn. Whoa, and a nasty slap to the face. Little cat button action right there. Armbar. Center ring. Brooklyn might want to consider getting Josie Jane involved in the project here. Callie Parrish drags Brooklyn back to her team's corner again. And here comes Silver Bullet Jody Haller. Well, this is why this team were former Women's World Tag Team Champions. They work real efficiently. Brooklyn Von Brown counters, gets back up on her feet. Catches a kick to the midsection from Jody. Jody Haller with another belly-to-belly suplex to Brooklyn Von Brown. Followed up with a stomp. MJ Ferrantino absolutely partying with everything. Brooklyn counters. Takes down Jody Haller center ring. Retaliating with a belly-to-belly suplex of her own. Brooklyn rounds up Jody. Jody whipped to the corner. Oh, here we go. It's a Team Brooklyn boot party. With Jody Haller as the guest of dishonor. Josie Jane, Brooklyn Von Brown just taking turns, leaving their footprints in the chest of Jody Haller like cement on Hollywood Boulevard. Oh, man! There's the drop kick. Out rolls Jody Haller. Josie Jane covers one. Whoa, there goes Tom Canamora. Oh, man. And now it's total anarchy. Josie Jane going after Callie Parrish. Callie Parrish taking her leave. The referee is still taking a nap. Jody Haller counters. Josie Jane snaps the arm. Swings and misses. Josie whips her to the corner. Misses with the driving knees. Jody Haller has her up over the shoulders. Josie Jane gets dropped with a driver. Whoa, look at this. Jody Haller rolls her up over the shoulders into the fireman's carry, and there's a Death Valley driver from Jody Haller, the Silver Bullet. Josie Jane catches a stomp. Jody Haller with a clothesline. Followed up with a second clothesline, a rebound off the rope, and a spinning heel kick. Taking Josie Jane down to the canvas again. Jawjacker from Josie. Fireman's carry from Jody. Josie Jane counters with a kick of her own, takes down Jody Haller. Following up, rounds up Jody Haller. There's a clothesline from Josie Jane. There's a second. And there's a heel kick. And retaliate again. Just move for move. Unbelievable routine. Josie Jane drops the leg across the throat of Jody Haller. And for the first time in this matchup, Team Brooklyn in the driver's seat. Jody Haller countered by Josie Jane again. Josie with a kick. A counter DDT from Josie Jane. Down goes Jody Haller again. Josie Jane with an armbar on Jody Haller. And by now, I'm sure MJ Ferrantino has to be a little bit concerned. Josie Jane stalking Jody Haller here. And here it is. Whoa! There's a nasty kick up into the fireman's carry. Nasty facebuster and a smug pin. One. Callie Parrish saves the match for her team. Josie Jane takes herself up to the top turnbuckle. Jody Haller slowly getting to a standing position. And whoa, the missile drop kick does not connect. Jody Haller rounds up Josie Jane. Josie Jane counters, shoves her away. Standing drop kick doesn't connect. Jody Haller tags her with the right. Josie Jane whipped out over the top rope, out onto the floor, and whoa, she is out. Jody Haller up on the top turnbuckle. And here she goes. Fails to connect with the crossbody. Josie Jane countered again. Another kick to the face from Jody Haller. A monkey toss from Josie Jane. Referee Tom Canamora counting. A gouge of the face to Jody Haller. Callie Parrish decides to get involved. Neck breaker drop to Jody Haller. Well, now both ladies are out to lunch. Jody Haller slowly getting to a standing position. Josie Jane's going to get there first. Goes behind. Look at this. Jody Haller counters it into a suplex. A Silver Bullet. And a surprise on Josie Jane here. The referee continuing to count. They tussle on the outside. Josie Jane shoves Jody Haller away. Jody escorting Josie Jane back inside finally. Now gets herself back inside. Hard right. And a belly-to-belly suplex to Josie Jane takes her down. Jody Haller stalking Josie Jane here. Winds her up into a pump handle. Whoa! Pump handle suplex. Nicely done by the Silver Bullet. Jody Haller drags Josie Jane center ring, covers. 1, 2, 3, and that is it. The Texan Ladies Association defeats Team Brooklyn by pinfall.
The time, 11 minutes and 24 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, the Texan Ladies Association.
One more time, our ladies division shows off and shows out with another excellent ladies tag match, with Jody Haller getting the 3-count pinfall on Josie Jane. After having taken a hellified beating from her, the TLA, again, working like a well-oiled machine and riding it to a win tonight. They dominated Team Brooklyn tonight, losing momentum to Brooklyn and Josie mid-match, but the TLA started strong and ended the same way, and I'm sure they're doing well as far as Ferrantino's concerned. As for Team Brooklyn, it's back to the old drawing board.
I told you, boys, the Texan Ladies Association has got it going on. Well, that was another great ladies tag team match. But coming up, men's competition, the Snarl Television Championship on the line. Tibor Belescu defends against Ethan Valek when we return.
Tonight's main event sees the Snarl TV belt up for grabskis as the Gothic grappler Ethan Valek challenges the Hungarian Hurricane Tibor Belescu for the title.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's Snarl main event, set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit, is for the Rwl Sn Rl Television Championship. Oh, fantastic. This lousy douche nozzle, not only in the main event, but challenging Belescu for the Snarl TV title. It's no secret to you guys, Valek and his court of dollar store vampires and zombies are my least favorite sectarians, and you also know I hate them all. Yeah, I'm irritated this match is even happening. Let me hush my mouth and let you guys handle this.
Thank you very much, horror bigot. Ethan Valek, the Gothic grappler, along with Amanda Robinson. And, well, like it or lump it, he was due for a title shot, and he's got it now. But I don't think Tibor Belescu's just going to let him have it.
The Hungarian Hurricane has been a consistent winner since winning the Snarl TV belt earlier this year, and he's held on pretty effectively. Valek is gonna play this one underhanded. You just know he is. If not him, then Amanda Robinson, who's been known to get her hands dirty at ringside from time to time. Beyond that possibility, I don't think Valek's gonna last long against Belescu.
Belescu is, well, like I said, he's small, he's compact, 200 pounds of pure powerhouse. And if he wants to pummel Ethan Valek into submission, if he gets a mind to or he gets mad, that's a real possibility. I really don't see him letting that Snarl TV title go to Ethan Valek. Certainly not to the sectarians as a whole. That would be bad news around here anyway.
Ike, I don't know that I could handle that, or even get my mind wrapped around it. The thought of the sectarians with any gold at all is it's just unacceptable to me. I hope Belescu does beat Valek into a pile of Gothic paste.
Horror bigot.
Whatever, Tex.
I'm just kidding, TV. Seriously, it would be very bad news indeed if any member of the sectarians were to chance themselves into some championship gold. And they will not do it honestly if they do, I'll tell you that much. You are absolutely right about that, both of you. I guess like you, I'm kind of hoping Tibor Belescu comes up a winner and retains the Snarl TV title tonight.
Belescu to the rescue.
Team Euro, Sir Reggie and the Snarl Television Champion, Tibor Belescu. And Belescu is one of those gym life kind of guys, and he is always in peak shape, especially now that he's got the Snarl TV belt. Valek may outspeed or outcheat Belescu, but he's never gonna outpower the Hungarian Hurricane.
He's fun to watch. Just amazing displays of power from this compact powerhouse. Yeah, seriously, I'd love to just watch Belescu raggle Valek all over the ring for 10 minutes.
Well, we have had a pretty wild night so far, GB. Who knows, you might just get your wish.
The challenger representing the sectarians and accompanied by Amanda Robinson from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, weighing 218 pounds, the Gothic grappler, Ethan Valek. His opponent accompanied by light heavyweight champion Sir Reggie Smythe from Budapest, Hungary, weighing 200 pounds, the Snarl television champion, the Hungarian Hurricane, Tibor Belescu.
Belescu and Sir Reggie, both very proud of their singles championships. Since Belescu doesn't want to break up the set for Team Euro, Belescu's gonna be just a little extra aggressive with Valak.
Well, you just trust and believe there is nobody around here that ever wants to see Sn Valak as Snarl television champion. There's the bell. Here we go. Sn Valak with a headlock punch on Tibor Belescu. Belescu dodges him, tags him with a forearm. Valak whipped to the ropes, and whoa, what a spine buster from the Hungarian Hurricane. Here he goes for a cover right away. Just a one count. The Gothic Grappler trying to figure it all out. Sn Valak counters Belescu, locks him up. Headlock takedown, and a headlock punch from the Gothic Grappler. Belescu with a muley-style dropkick right there, swings and misses. Valak goes behind, German release suplex. Valak misses with the stomp. Belescu steps out quickly, makes his way back inside. Whoa, a clothesline from Sn Valak. Belescu catches a rising knee from Valak. Valak, look at this. Goes behind, sets him up to an abdominal stretch with a stomach claw. Belescu trying to fight his way out, but no good. Valak winds up releasing the hold. The Gothic Grappler countered by Belescu, but winds up getting whipped into the far corner. Sn Valak catches a counter kick from Belescu. Beautiful side slam from the Hungarian Hurricane. Valak counters, slams Belescu face first into the canvas. Nice counter arm drag from Belescu. Valak whips him out over onto the apron. And Amanda Robinson pulls him down off the apron. The referee caught it. The ref rang the bell. Sn Valak is disqualified and Belescu is awarded the match.
At 1 minute and 47 seconds, referee Willis Johnson has disqualified Sn Valak. Your winner by disqualification and still Snarl television champion, Tibor Belescu.
This is why smart opponents like to keep Amanda Robinson away from ringside. Just cost Sn Valak a shot at the title. But oh well, cheaters never prosper. Them's the breaks, kids.
Okay, gang, that's a wrap for this week's Snarl. And as always, we thank all of you for being part of our WL Wrestling. We're gonna all be back next Saturday, June 21st. But stick around because our next RWL telecast will be our WL Rage with Don Hickson, Christy Ogilvy, and Myron Schimmelman. For Tex and Johnny, and yours truly, Wally Cardinal, thanks, good night, and be safe.